Yes? Okay, gentlemen. This is an historic day. I am making my first ever self-made rule set. Time for some epic music. In 4 years, I've never done it. We're obviously gonna get influenced by other rule sets, but it's time. It's time to create greatness. Gentlemen, TommyKay Discord. Rule set for HMM mods. Let's take this fucking serious, man. Let's fucking do this. Make it red so people understand. They're like, oh, what? I have to read this. It's red. Can I put a picture in this? People always put pictures in it. Does someone have a TommyKay logo? TommyKay logo. I don't have my own logo. Not on this PC. Wait, my logo isn't even on Google? What the fuck? Go to insert. Ah, well, I have no logo. How do I get a TommyKay logo, man? TommyKay. I don't know how to get my own logo. I have no idea. Here, I have it. Save desktop. Boom. Boom. Oh, that's... No, oh, what the fuck? No. Stop. Oh, oh! Oh! Woo! Jeez, Louise. Nah, red doesn't fit anymore. Maybe gray. Yeah, boy. What? Gentlemen, all jokes aside though, I hope that a lot of meta players on the channel, Marcel, Dankus, whatever your names are, I'm very open for suggestions here. Let's try to create something good here, man, and not always be fucking trash like these games are lately. General rules, pretty basic. General rules. Actually, there you go, that looks better. Okay, general rules. I'm gonna give them numbers so people can always on it says on the rule number 15 blah blah blah. Scuffed document? How is this scuffed? How is that scuffed? No memes, you think? This is a community thing. We're gonna work on this together, chat. And this is for HMM mod. Very important. How's the scuffed? Come on, it's a normal rule set. Shut up. What does no memes mean, right? So scuffed? But my god, look how rule sets. Shut up. Please. Put paragraphs in front, let's calm down. We get to the first question here. Let's actually calm down with the music. Should submarine freeze be banned or not? That is a big question. That is a big question. It's a big question. Well, chat is very 50-50. I don't have any empiric data on that. I think submarine freeze can be beaten, but it's fucking hard, man. Well, let's start with a basic version. You know what? I'm gonna make a version set. Version 1.0, man. Fuck it, let's... Taking this ultra serious, man. Submarine 4 are banned. Yeah. Submarine freeze? Make a poll? I don't care. Dude, you guys are dumb. You don't know shit. I just want to hear suggestions. Dankus, stop being a memer and actually help me with this. Come on. Submarine 4s are banned. Submarine freeze, we have to test it out. But beating submarine freeze is very hard. No modern tanks. I fully agree. No modern tanks. Fully agree, yes. I can help if you want. I'm putting you in Discord. I'm in the trusted streaming room. Putting you in. Test. Yeah, you're here.
Yeah.
If you have anything to add. No modern tanks.
So the official rule set is decent, right? And if you want, like, it's already written out, like, 200...
You mean the one I'm looking at here? This one?
No. Not the one we just did. I think Leonard sent it to me. Yes, I'm gonna send it to you in Discord, right? This is the official one for the mod, and any rule you don't like, you just alter it, right? Instead of completely rewriting it, because I feel like that's kind of a waste of time, right? If you're gonna write like 300-400 words just from the get-go.
No, I'm making my own shit here. Fuck it.
Alright, well, you can look at it. Still, it's...
I'm okay.
All right.
So this year's apparently the better one. Okay. Win condition.
Yeah.
All comes later. Step by step. Step by step. Basic shit. First, no strat bombers. Makes total sense. No strategic bombers. That is just... Don't even argue. People in chat that argue with that are just noobs. No offense. What do you think about no tank volunteers? Well, that is actually the meta for many years now, right? No Russian tanks in...
Yeah, except for Spain. You know.
Except for Spain?
Yeah, Spain goes like neutral and doesn't like join the war, but he sends tanks.
Yeah, you're totally right. No tank... How do you write volunteers? Sorry, volunteers. Volunteers. Here we go. Except for Spain player. Because Spain's are, how do you except. My eyes, sorry, that is not my native language. Fuck me. We're gonna look at Leonard stuff, which is more basic, more detailed in a second. Minimum division template 10. I totally agree with that. Minimum template width equals 10. If you make it 2 with division, you're breaking the rules. Best English? Come on, give me a chance, man. No mine laying. Fully agree. No mine laying. Mine laying is lagging out the game. Don't. It's called width. Oh, thank you. I need your help here. Laying. No mine laying. There you go. Military access and docking rights only for members of the same faction. Fully agree, yeah. Mill access, aka dockyard rights only to members of the same faction. Pretty basic. We're just copying a lot right now. It is what it is. Don't even discuss why strat bombers are banned. I'm not doing that. No coups or boosting propaganda. Yes. No coups or boosting slash propaganda. Boosting. Rule number 9. Mine laying legs out the game, that's why. It legs the game out. No releasing nations. Yeah, fully agree. No releasing nations. Fully agree. We go to number 10. No political alignment changing. Well, that makes total sense. We should add that for noobs. It's actually very basic, but new players will understand. Hey, I want to play Fascist USA. Yeah, if you have to stick with your political alignment. No political alignment.
Historical
change.
ideology.
Yeah, historical tree. Have to stay with historical ideology. One sec. Except no, fuck. Problem is, just thinking for a second, what if, here's the problem already. When we're playing HMM, sometimes, for example, a Brazil player wants to go fascist to get more manpower or something like that, you know?
Yeah, but he doesn't need the more manpower unless he plans on fielding a 5 million strong army for like Asia or something.
Let's say, like, and Ireland wants to get more manpower and goes down the fascist focus tree. He can do that as long as he stays democratic, right? I would say.
That's impossible, though. To stay democratic. He's gonna have a coup or something. It's just inevitable to get a meme out of that, you know? I mean, the thing is also fascism is
Someone is suggesting majors must stay historical ideology. That's gonna lead to memes. Some India player is gonna be...
Yeah, like everybody's just gonna meme like this.
Well, we could just say, if you're Ireland, you have to stay democratic. Don't care who you are. If you're Brazil, you have to stay non-aligned. We don't care. Then he can't join the faction, though. You need 20% democracy.
Yeah.
So...
No. Actually, I think...
You can join if you have the same war, a.k.a. Brazil justifying on Germany.
Yeah. I mean, I could also talk to, like, the mod developer and make him add a focus for Brazil to join the allies.
Yeah. Thank you, Steakam. Here we already go, man. Like Romania switches ideologies a lot, right? For example, from non-aligned to fascist.
Oh yeah, but that's the thing though. Like, for example, if you're in the fascist faction, you can go fascist. If you're in the democratic faction, you can go democratic, for example, right?
That's actually beautiful. The rule would say you are allowed to switch to the ideology of your leader of the faction. Brazil can go democratic. Ireland can go democratic. Romania can go fascist. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You need any help?
Hey, if you have suggestions, sure.
The rules should be reversed about Japan.
Yeah, we're talking about Japan in a second. Wait, we'll talk about it in a second. Sorry, I did like a mistake here. What the fuck? Can, that's a good, right? Can, not allowed to change political ideology unless it's your faction leader's ideology. I think this S is wrong. I don't know. Is that good English? Yeah, okay. It's
Also, I
leaders.
feel like kamikazes should be restricted because there is no rules currently for them. Because I just killed all the USA capital ships.
Yeah, so
Yeah, my co-op was obviously sucking, right?
No. So he actually lagged off the game for a month, and for a month he did not see that you were kamikazing. So
Okay.
that was why he lost the
No,
name.
good. So I like this rule here. That makes sense. So boom. Next, we're gonna do just the basic stuff. No overstacking carriers or air bases. Yeah, makes sense, right?
I mean, air bases is just bad for the one doing it,
Yeah.
so I don't think there needs to be a rule about it.
That's actually true. You get a big debuff. Let's just...
Yeah.
Also, that it's a meme. Sometimes Polish fighters overstack you, and you shouldn't be punished for that. So let's
Yeah.
do no overstacking carriers.
Yeah.
Not allowed to overstack carriers. No allied paratrooper drop on Paris. The allied paratrooper drop on Paris rule is so if the allies paradrop,
German, France, it caps, yeah.
yeah, it just caps. Okay, no allied paradrop on Paris. That makes sense. Otherwise, it caps, and the whole West Front is encircled. Yes, you could argue, well, they have to protect it, but let's just not do any shenanigans with it. Can I actually delete? No. So what do we have here? Only the Axis, Japan, and Russia may declare wars in general. Except puppets, which can declare historical wars on neighbors. That makes total sense. That way you get... I'm always thinking of a noob game. A bunch of noobs play this rule set and they're like, I'm playing Brazil, I want to take Venezuela. No, you can't. Why bad rule? Don't just come in here and caps lock bad rule. Think about Italy in the last game. True. True. We're gonna skip that rule for now and we're gonna come back to it. We're gonna come back to this. Let's skip it for now. Until Danzig or war, no justification besides Italy on Yugoslavia and Greece. I fully agree with that. And Russia on Finland and the Baltics. Fully agree. Yeah, there's no question about it. Thank you, IC. Kamikaze rule comes later. Step by step. Jesus. Change name of document. I will. Calm down. I will. Stop looking at chat. It's not gonna work. No justifications until Danzig or war has been finished other than Italy justifying on Yugoslavia and Greece, or it's a big rule, man. People's minds will throw away. Or Russia on Finland and what was it? Finland and the Baltics. Finland, pretty basic rule, and the Baltics makes total sense. I'm actually gonna be hardcore here, and every time a nation is involved, I'm making it red. A player nation. Player nations, look, I'm taking this so serious, chat. Player nations will always be this bit red. Maybe even redder, so people understand. The thing is, when I make this rule set, I have to always understand that most of you guys have an IQ of 50, so this needs to work. Player nations. Also Bessarabia. Finland. True. Romania is missing, yes. The Baltics. And Romania for Bessarabia. Good job, Chad. Isn't that right? By the way, did I mute these guys? Or they're just quiet, right? Yeah. It's not a war, really. It needs to be justified, though. Bessarabia. There you go. That makes sense. No justification until the Danzig War has been finished, other than Italy. Yes. There's nothing else. It's a focus. Are you sure? Romania isn't a player, don't color it. That's the first ban. You just caps locked. Romania isn't a player, don't. That's an 8-hour ban. Sorry, I don't need you right now, man. China and Japan, that's a focus. Yeah, that's a Marco Polo incident. Yeah. No guarantees beside Poland. Okay. No. How do you write guarantees? Guarantees. Guarantees. No. Sorry, Englishman. No guarantees besides for Poland until Danzig. Or not hashtag, until Danzig or war has finished. He's sure that Romania shouldn't be red in this case. No, I'm making red, so if you are the Romania player and you're like, your brain's like, oh, I see Romania, it's red, this is something about me. Wait, I have to give it Bessarabia? Make focuses blue? I like that, man. I like that idea. I'm gonna listen to that. Focuses are gonna be blue, so people understand more. Gentlemen, we are creating the greatest rule set of all times. This rule set is gonna change the meta for all eternity. That's gonna be great. Thank you, the unknown. This is weird content right now, but it has to happen, dude. Cannot be attacked. Yeah, these countries. I will be an extra rule for that. Okay. So, that's basic. We can do more later. Next. I am gonna do. How was this? 20 and you. Okay. It's like building a paper in university. Neutral countries. Very important, because you guys are always, why can't I play Turkey? I want to play Turkey. Why do I play Turkey?
Countries is spelled with IES.
Turkey. Thank you, Daro. Neutral countries. Is this left? This is... No, this is also leftish. Okay. Now, very important that everybody understands. These countries can not... Very important. Again, we have to write this for like an idiot. B... Sorry.
A lot of people drop next to Paris.
That's actually... That's good. Well, you could kinda...
No, then it's just a rule break. They're just trying to squeeze the rules. Just add an extra rule.
Maybe
trying to squeeze the rules is a ban.
No,
Literally.
Like state, Ile-de-France, maybe.
No allied paradrop on the state Ile-de-France. Chat, you agree with that? He's right. If they paradrop next to Paris, they can just walk into it and cap it, and it's very mimi. No paradrop. No allied paradrop on Ile-de-France. There we go. We're coming together as a community. Great suggestion. Love it. Beautiful. These countries cannot be attacked or called into factions. It is allowed to trade with them. Anything I'm missing? No, that's about it, right? Give province a color. Let's calm down. I know it's different. Yeah, come on. Fuck up. Shut up about Ile-de-France. That's about it, right? We're gonna list these countries now, so everybody fucking understands it. 1. Turkey. Afghanistan. Venezuela. They also cannot be played. We have to put that into. These countries cannot be attacked or called into factions. These countries can not be played. This is important so they understand. I want to play Turkey, Tommy. 2 bullet points? Now it's too late. Fucking bullet points. Fuck you. Okay, here. I'm doing bullet points. Turkey, Afghanistan. What's the time? Venezuela. Sweden. How about Norway? That's a good question. I think Norway shouldn't be allowed. It makes a better game. Norway should die to the Axis, and then the Allies should be allowed to Switzerland. Norway shouldn't be allowed, I believe. Yeah, not attacked. Yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, cannot be attacked. Well, that's wrong. Norway can't be in here. That's wrong. Norway can be attacked. Tibet. No, Tibet is allowed to be attacked by Japan. Yes. Cuba. I mean, this is pretty normal. Iraq. Cuba. Sweden. Bhutan and Nepal. Bhutan, Nepal. Oh, sorry, this is how you write in German. I'm sorry. Cuba. 2 times Sweden? Really? Oh. Well, thanks for your help, chat.
Why Sweden twice?
Yeah, man, because... Voila.
Okay.
I know I'm important. My country is important to you, but...
We need a special rule in a second. American... Makes sense to just do South American countries. Nah, you can attack Brazil.
Playable country list instead of non-playable.
What? I can't hear.
What if you just make a playable country list and all other countries which are not listed are just not playable?
That actually makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. That's why we get the Norway and Spain problem gone.
Exactly.
That makes total sense, yeah. Oh shit, what?
Thanks for good content.
I didn't write a paper in years. Playable countries. He's totally right about that. That's totally right. Only the listed countries are allowed to be played by a human player. Important. Unlisted countries. Nah, that cannot be attacked. But you can still attack Norway. This is a bit awkward right now. We're in an awkward situation here. It's a bit awkward right now. Like special rule, Norway can be attacked but not be played. Here's some shortcuts. Hold, highlight. What? Oh, I'm not gonna do
Just
that.
add like
some
a new,
CTS.
no player.
Bold highlight,
not
then
neutral.
CTRL, B
That's
underline
also
highlight,
like
then
another list.
CTRL, U
Can be
italics
attacked, but
highlight,
that's too
then
big brain for me.
CTRLI.
Okay, here we go. Allies. United Kingdom. Okay, one sec. Make this beautiful. Allies should be like blue, right? Ireland. France. United States of America. Brazil. Mexico. South Africa. British Raj. Australia. New Zealand. Canada. Philippines. Philippines. Is this how you write Philippines? Well, the Argentina question. I had this idea about the noob Argentina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that idea. Special.
Yeah, the host should know the
Special
players
rule.
and
Here we go.
then can decide if it's mine.
I like that. That's a cool rule. Argentina is reserved to a unexperienced, trusted.
Tommy, if you are as good-natured a person I believe you are, I implore you to check my ban.
Stop!
Appeal.
Unexperienced. Trusted minor role player.
Inexperienced.
Inexperienced. Inexperienced is better? Inexperienced. Trusted minor role player. Special rule. Argentina is reserved to an inexperienced, trusted minor role player determined by the host. Argentina is a volunteer-only country. What color did we give nations? Light blue, right? Right? Nations were red. Yeah. No, red is nations. This will take a while, guys, but this needs to be done. Needs to be red. Yeah, Argentina. I like that rule very much. It could be exploited by an actually good player taking it. Okay. Good. I'm not gonna make them all red. That's a bit weird, isn't it? Make the colors in general rule set the same as the factions that they are about. Oh, you're a genius. The color of the faction should also be the color that it represented. Dude, that's genius. So, oh, that's genius. Like Argentina is allies, so he's getting the allied color of... Oh, you little genius, huh? Damn. Damn, fucking genius. Scuff document? Ah, shut up. Russia will be red, and the axis will be green, I guess. Just make them green, huh? Make them green. There's enough colors, though. Too many colors are gonna make this crazy. I like that. That's a cool idea. That's cool. Brown. Brown makes sense. Yeah, brown. True. Brown. Let's take the bottom left brown so I never forget. Bottom left brown. Clever. Yeah, you're totally right. Should I make this light blue then so the human brain already understands? I make that make sense so the human brain understands it. So, good. Good. Any suggestions? That's the allies. Shut up about the scuff document, man.
Yeah, an AI ally is trad.
What do you say?
Allies that are AI, like the Benelux, Poland, etc. Like we can add like just so it's not neutral, you know, but it's like not playable.
Well, it says that right here, playable countries, and then this is the playable countries. There's no Benelux, so it should determine you are not allowed to play Belgium.
Yeah. But we should still add like neutral countries afterwards, right?
Yeah. I do access and Russia now, and Japan, and then we add a rule. There's certain rules, for example, Spain, blah blah blah. United Kingdom. I want to put faction leader here. Faction leader. Ireland, France. Yeah. I like this rule very much. This is a beautiful rule for new players. Argentina is reserved to an experienced, trusted minor role player determined by the host. Volunteer only. Once again, a lot of new players are watching this. Volunteer only means you're never joining the war. You are never gonna join the allies anything. But I think you can join. No, you can't join the allies. I think you can. I don't know. You can probably. But you're only allowed to send volunteers to others. Meaning you make 30 10-wolves and then you make 2 tanks. You send these 2 tanks and inexperienced to an experienced player. Thank you. And then you send these 2 tanks to the war. So you learn the game and micro. That's good. I'm okay with that. Now, the Axis.
Can we have the same for Axis like Finland?
But doesn't Finland die to Russia?
5 minutes
that's-
after war. Because they only want it so you
Yeah.
can do lessons of war. Only reason Finland exists.
Yeah, isn't making Finland a player just gonna
Yeah, it's
make
just
weird shit?
complicating shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just gonna make weird shit.
True.
Germany, faction leader. Italy, Bulgaria, Hungary, Romania, and isn't that it? For the Axis? Yeah.
Spain.
Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spain, but volunteer only. That is understandable, right? Vichy France is not played anyway. Vichy France is not playable. Vichy France is not playable. Spain volunteer only has a long tradition, man. There's a lot of reasons for that. Trust me, that makes a shit ton of sense. Otherwise, you just invade Spain the whole time. I think Japan is gonna be its own faction. Allow Finland, it's just gonna lead to memes. Venezuela also makes no sense. Shouldn't be in the game. Country names in black are better? No. Don't care. Thanks, what do you think about this?
About what?
Look at the stream, come on, man.
Yeah, I'm looking, but what do you think about what?
Access, and the volunteer only behind Spain. Is it understandable for idiots?
It's been like that for 4 years. Okay.
Yeah, but is it understandable for new players?
Understandable? I don't know. Like, I've played it with it so long. Okay, I'm just saying, if Spain joins the war, it's the ideal thing for the Allies. It's so easy to D-Day in Spain. It's the easiest place to D-Day, literally. So it's just an Axis nerf.
Thank you,
really.
Got
like,
MG. Thank you.
Is already.
And thank you, Nick Bao. Thank you.
Yeah.
So that's fixed. What was the faction of Japan called?
GCP.
Co-Prosperity Sphere, some shit?
Finally licking
G-
back.
I'm just gonna call it Japanese faction, dude. Fuck that shit. They should be dark yellow, I think. Like old school HOI4 2. HOI4 2. HOI4 2. Japanese faction.
Greater East Asian Prosperity Sphere.
Fuck it. Fuck it. That's too high brain, man.
Yeah.
It's actually fun, man. Because this is God's work. Japan? Manchukuo? Is that right? Manchukuo? Yeah, man, here, this is for you, okay?
Yes.
Greater Asian Co-Conspiracy Sphere. Gakspst. Manchukuo? Siam.
East Asian.
Fuck that.
Like GE.
Fuck that. Fuck. Who cares? Fuck it. It's these three, right? Yeah, it's these three, right? Yeah.
I mean, Siam is usually, I think it gets
Annexed.
annexed in this mod.
Yeah.
So it's not even like, I think.
Is it possible in this mod that a Japan and Siam player talk to each other and he doesn't get annexed? Is that okay? Does that happen, or was it a focus or some shit?
Like,
Or-
that can happen, I guess, yeah.
But
I mean, I always felt like Siam was a good nation for noobs. They just build up support. It teaches
Yeah,
Japan
but
to
also-
actually team play a bit, talk to someone. It's good.
Yeah, but the thing is, with Siam, sure, if you put a complete noob on it, you tell them exactly what to do, like build all this AA and airports, right? And then the allies, like we did today, start bombing in Indochina, and Siam does not repair it, and Japan forgets to tell him. Then the Axis, like Japan has already lost Asia, then. So
I like that argument. My argument would have been I like to have another nation for newbie players to learn and to make it more diverse. You know?
Yeah, I get that, but I'd say just put him as an extra co-op on Japan. We'll have more fun. Like during China War, just give him like 8 divisions to micro. That's more than he would do in Siam.
The other places doesn't. Manguko doesn't matter.
And they can learn coping as well.
Oh, very good here. Someone in chat said Argentina has to be part of the tank volunteer rule.
Yeah.
Good job. Good.
But his tanks don't get intercepted in the match, so.
Just do Spain, except for Spain / Argentina. I think is fine. We don't need to have
Very
players.
good
Just
job,
already
guy in the
showed it as a
chat.
playable
Very,
country.
very good job. Argentina. Very good job by that guy in the
Yeah,
chat.
but then make Argentina be able to send only tanks, because if they send light marines, then they can't get intercepted by convoy raiding because it's volunteer.
What?
Oh yeah, if Argentina decides to do Marines, volunteers cannot get convoy raided. So we need to add a rule about, like, in the general rules, Marines cannot naval invade. No, volunteers cannot naval invade because they cannot get what's called
Intercepted by convoy raiding.
Argentina. Argentina. Sorry, wait. What the fuck is happening? Argentina. Sorry. So what again? What?
So volunteer divisions cannot be convoy raided,
Yes.
and therefore they should not be able to naval invade. Yeah.
So that would mean you would have to make a rule that Argentina can only do tanks?
No, just put that as a general rule that they cannot do naval invasions
Naval
with
invasions.
volunteers, or just let them join the faction. Honestly.
There you
Yeah,
go,
Argentina
man.
cannot
That's the
get
big
naval
gaping
invaded,
holes.
so putting men into allies wouldn't do anything.
I like this volunteer only thing because it limits him. We saw last game the Argentina player was defending rubber islands and shit, and I don't want that to be. I think that's not fair for the Axis. Too many Argentinians everywhere defending.
Yeah, I agree. But just make it volunteer only and add a rule that volunteers cannot naval invade. Because the whole thing about
sense.
volunteers
That makes sense.
naval
Thank you,
invading
Bloody
is
Lord.
that, for example, there used to be a meta, like an exploit meta, where Axis was really strong on subs, but like sub 3s and stuff. But the Allies just gave naval supremacy, and Brazil and Mexico naval invaded with volunteers, and they had like 20 Marines each. And they just naval invaded the entire coast and did D-Day, and then the Allies landed. So basically, it doesn't matter if you have subs as Germany, if, you know, volunteers just go.
Let's explain it now so noobs shut up about it. If you land somewhere, you can not be convoy raided due to the fact you are a volunteer nation. This is the reasoning behind this rule. I'm putting it in here so I don't understand. I want to really make it so all the monkeys are like, oh, what? Argentinian volunteers are not allowed to naval invade. Yeah, makes sense. Good thing we have Dankers in here. I wouldn't have known that. No, Ireland is actually fully joining allies. Close to... Oh, shit. There you go. Should that then be any volunteers, though? Spain too? Doesn't it make sense? Put it in general and be Argentina and Spain. Does it make sense to say also Spain is not allowed to naval invade? Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Then
But
do it
usually Spain can't naval invade anywhere, so it's
Yeah,
usually
just to
never
make it
put down.
sure though.
Yeah. So in World War Bra, we actually added a rule because usually Spain did volunteer there, but they can actually do like really good Amtrak divisions and naval stuff in the Med. And when UK can't naval raid anything in the Med, it's really bad. Like if he goes for Gibraltar, he gets it because UK's only defense is really just convoy raiding.
Hey, Dommy,
So I have now Spanish and Argentinian volunteers are not allowed to naval invade, and then I explain why so the noobs understand it. Thank
Or you
Nita.
could just put volunteers not allowed to naval invade. Bulletproof.
True. Got you, fam. Yeah. The fact that, right? You can due to the fact that you are a volunteer nation. This is the reasoning behind this rule. Okay, dude, this is actually going pretty deep, man. I feel like writing a paper here. But you're changing history. Okay. Good. Oh, now this is all fucked. Shit. Playable nation, special rule, access Japan. Okay. I'm allowing Japan. We have to talk about Siam. Dankers has very good arguments why Siam shouldn't be allowed. It can really fuck games. But Siam also gives an opportunity for newer players to learn and stuff. But back in the day, I really loved Siam.
Maybe you can let Japan decide he wants a Siam player or the Siam player.
I like that. Thank you, Psychosocial. What do you think? What do you think, Chad? I like that rule.
Honestly, though, I think most Japans will just say, nah.
Well, then so be it. But if some Japan feels like I want to play with my friend or want to teach someone, I like that.
Yankee
And
for
the Siam
that
player,
and your hall
if it's not
done
allowed, you can just go off Japan and have
I like
much
that.
more fun, to be honest.
Japan decides if he allows a Siam player. If Japan says no Siam, then no. I like that. I like that. Okay. Russian faction. Russia. Oh shit, let's put it down here. Comintern. Yeah, you're right. With 2 M's, Comintern.
I think there's just Russia.
Isn't that just only Russia? Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you allow Mongolia for memes, but is that just to meme?
It doesn't exist in the mod,
Oh,
so
okay,
it's
there you go.
hard.
Mongolia
In
doesn't
this
exist in the
mod, you can technically have an Iran player, but that just creates so much cancer.
Yeah,
with, like,
Iran is dumb,
what if
yeah.
Axis takes Africa and then
Yeah.
they declare on Russia,
Iran
and then
should
there's
never
like a
be allowed.
southern front?
Fully agree.
It's just so cancer.
Well, then it's just Russia.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have a second country for air controller. He just gets co-ops. No. Iran volunteers to Mimi. That's too weird. That's just gonna lead to weird shit.
Yeah.
It's a cool idea, an Iranian volunteer. It's funny. It's like Argentina. It allows a new player to learn something, but it also can lead to weird shit.
Yeah, for sure.
But also, it's kind of a cool idea. It's 1M. It's also kind of a cool idea. I don't know.
I think Comintern's one, yeah.
I like that Iran rule. Maybe another time.
I'm
Mongolia
thinking
isn't in the
about
mod.
maybe
You just
Russia
said
isn't
that.
allowed
Use your
to
fucking brain.
steal,
Listen.
heavy tools from allies for balance reasons, you know.
What do you say?
Usually, Russia just steals heavy tools from allies because Canada or SF rushes it, or Ireland. And they just do steal military blueprints, and they just get it for free from that spy mission.
Thank you, Kolachi.
Set that rule
Tommy
later.
makes the rules.
Yeah.
Wait, so what do you want to add? Because I think the sealing of technology is very, very strong. Like last game, Argentina had concentrated 5 and tools 5 and 39, right?
Oh, yeah,
And I feel
no,
like that's every major can also do that. It just feels like if it's all about just having the best spy micro, it's not even about like planning anything out anymore. Yeah, no, for sure. But like, yeah.
I have this weird idea. Let me actually put me on. 1 sec. I'm putting. 1 sec, guys. Everybody. 1 sec. I am turning off push to talk, so now you guys hear everything I do. I have this little idea of writing. If the game host decides to do so, a volunteer Iran can be allowed in certain games, but only if, because I always thinking of, imagine people playing this without us, not the meta community, no Tommy, no Dankus, no Marcel, some random dudes, and they want to check out an Iran volunteer. I feel, I like this rule of, if the host invokes it, an Iranian volunteer nation is allowed.
Yeah, just put Iran in parentheses.
Yeah, I
up to
like
hold.
that. Because again, Chad, I wanna reach a hand to you, right? I think it's not good, but if the host decides to do so for fun reasons, I mean, in our games, the host just says the rule is not done, but let's go. Iran, the host decides before a game if a volunteer only Iran is allowed or not. It will not happen a lot, but it gives an opening for newer players in certain games that you really won't see on the stream.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's, wait 1 sec. Okay, that is the nations done. Now there comes a little thing where we talk about Norway. Yeah.
Norway is just really cancer because in this mod especially,
No, I mean,
you can hold
just
every time.
just a rule saying Norway has to always be
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, we should add a lot of rules for nations. Just add
Maybe what you could
non-playable countries.
What you could do is Norway is allowed, but isn't allowed to hold mainland.
But that doesn't make any sense
Yeah,
because
that's
in this
just
mod
fucking-
you don't have anything after Norway.
Yeah, it's not horsed.
Oh.
So I will now make a paragraph unplayable nations.
Yeah, unplayable nations.
Unplayable. Well, this is contradictory. It says here playable countries, so all the other countries can't be played anyway.
Yeah, true. Like I don't see this.
Add neutral nations now. Neutral, they cannot be attacked, and add those in the like Turkey, etc.
Yeah, and inside neutral nations is not Norway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just don't include Norway in there. Yeah.
Neutral nations.
Same for Belgium, Netherlands.
20. 1 sec, let me just make all these 20 so it makes more sense. This is like making a university paper again, man. Everything has to be perfect.
How much? Like, how long were your papers? How much?
The final ones had to be 25 pages.
Yeah, okay. I'm writing one now that has to be like 30.
But in law school, you make a case. You don't like introduction. So this is ants, and ants eat stuff. It wasn't like that. Anyway, neutral countries. 1 sec. These nations are not allowed to be attacked or called into factions. It is allowed to trade with these nations.
Attacked with ED in the end.
Fuck you. There you go. So, real quick. What do we have here? Sweden, Afghanistan, Turkey, how do you write Bhutan? Bhutan? No. BH. Bhutan, Nepal, Portugal, Switzerland, Venezuela. Sorry, what?
Right?
Sorry?
Portugal can be attacked by Venezuela if I remember correctly.
By
right?
Venezuela?
By Venezuela?
Spain.
No, by Spain.
Oh, that allowed? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be for tungsten. Okay, Portugal should be in here. Yeah, you're right. Iraq. Oman. Is Oman in the mod? Let me open the mod. I want to take this serious. Let's open the mod. Liberia, true. Liberia. 1 sec. Oman. We have to talk about the China player another time, guys. It really depends on the mod.
On the Japan player. If
This
they
mod,
face
not a single Japan will win in this. Like, at least not. Okay, this is made for people to learn also, and yeah, World War Bro, it's much harder than this mod, but still, I don't think there should be a China player.
China can just cheese and not build any factories at all.
The problem, the one problem I just see is that you guys have learned so much about Japan-China war now that every Japan just destroys China's now. It's like not a problem anymore.
Yeah, but also you saw today Japan capped China in like less than a year, still got dunked on day one. So
he lost Marines. Yeah.
Yeah, like he lost everything day one and died.
Yeah, because it's vanilla.
Why is this red?
That's it. Japan.
No, it doesn't matter. It was for me too. It doesn't matter.
Anyone in chat who says allow China doesn't know what I'm talking about, man. You're just living in a dream. You don't even listen to anything we say.
Like today, there was no China player. Japan clapped China within a year, and they died instantly.
I
like,
would love. I mean, it's a big challenge for the mod creator to bring back a China that would make sense to be played by a human. A China should never beat a Japan, but it should still pose a challenge a bit. And it's such a fun thing. Back in the day, in the old days, Japan versus China was such a cool thing to overcome and stuff.
Yeah.
But that's Chad, you have to understand that is something the mod developer has to think about.
Oh, we're in the competitive version, by the way, Tommy.
Yeah, the
What?
set. Yeah, but
We
You
got
have to
to
go
go.
out against the lobby to like the
What?
main screen. Go to the main screen again.
Where you change like
Yes.
from in normal game you change from 36 to 39. You can change here
Designed
from
for
vanilla plus.
esports. No volunteers, pre-grinded generals, special economy and Civ boosted. Germany plus 1 resource slot.
yeah,
Interesting.
that's what we played today.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So let's go back. Yemen and Oman are neutral. Yemen, Oman. Yemen, Oman. What else are we forgetting? Well, shouldn't Argent... No, that makes no sense. Is there a rule that indicates, hey, listen, you are not allowed to attack Spain and Argentina? That doesn't really...
I think Iran should be under there. Is it?
Iran too, yeah, in case he... Yeah, normal games.
Yeah.
Cuba... that's about it. Saudi Arabia, true. Saudi Arabia... Tibet is allowed to be killed by Japan. Not Luxembourg, no. Rest is attackable. Yep. I know that French viewers want France because it always dies, but come on. Okay. That's it, I think.
Yeah.
So then now comes country-specific rules.
No units in mainland before France falls.
Thank you, Robbie. What? That was just random?
So no.
Yeah, but where will we put
allied
that
in-
though? Will we put that in every specific nation?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it like that. Okay, boys, let's do this. First of all, how much time do I have left? I need to finish this. He's just gonna be okay with that. Boah, ich mach nicht mehr lange, halbe Stunde so. Okay. And we're doing country specific. Is that English? Rules. Is specific right here, chat?
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're starting with dark blue, United Kingdom. Dark blue. Here we go. So this is where it gets serious. This needs to really be right. The music's annoying me. Sorry, one sec. So this is where it gets very serious. This is where all the real stuff happens. United Kingdom cannot decline Rhineland. Obviously, cannot. Sorry.
I think you can't even in the mod.
Okay, let's still put it in case some fucking meme. Cannot decline Rhineland. Cannot deny demand Sudetenland. By the way, these are focuses, they have to be light blue. Does anyone remember what the Rhineland focus is really called in its true form?
Remilitarize the Rhineland.
Remilitarize the Rhineland. Just copy? No, we're gonna make it even better. Light blue stands for it's a focus. Okay. What is Bulgarian demands?
Focus is just called Rhineland, but the event that comes up is
Denkus doesn't know the meta? Okay, I see.
Yeah. The meta.
What does accept Bulgarian demands mean?
So basically, Bulgaria demands to rearm, and I had to accept it today, and that is actually a choice you have on the UK, so I think it should be a 6 again.
Okay. Bulgarian demands. Cannot invite Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, Denmark, Norway, nor Sweden to the Allies until they have been declared on.
Oh,
that obviously.
I did that today.
Rule breaker. Belgium to the Allies.
Rule breaker. Yeah, where's army restrictions? That comes later. This is a very basic rule set, chat. After this, we can look into the far more detailed one. This one here. It will all happen in a sec. This takes time, chat. We want to create a good fucking thing here. This has to be a rule. Okay. 1 sec. Cannot invite Netherlands. Bulgaria. What's it called? Belgium? Luxembourg. Norway. Denmark or Sweden into the Alliance.
Sweden doesn't get declared on.
Oh, what did I fuck did I just do? Oh. Yeah, Sweden is whatever here. True. Sorry, I'm having a bit of,
Yeah.
Into the Allies until they have been declared on. Yeah.
I think it's Norway and Denmark. So people are like, "Ooh, what if I just invite Netherlands?"
No, it's Belgium. Yeah, you're totally right. Yes. Yes.
Making it bulletproof.
Yeah, you have to. You have to, man. Some fuckers always. And last we have cannot invite Spain, Yugoslavia, Greece, nor Turkey to the Allies. It's a bit weird, but you can't. You can't. You're not allowed. You're not allowed to invite Republic in Spain, Yugoslavia, or Greece into the Allies. Yeah.
Yeah.
You are not allowed to invite Republican Spain. Or let's say non-fascist Spain, because I can invite the anti-fascists, right? You're not allowed to invite non-fascist fascist Spain, Yugoslavia, or Greece into the Allies. But again, you're allowed to
Fascist with SC.
Like this? Oh. Okay. Okay. So that's very basic. We're gonna do this better, don't worry. Let's just get the basic stuff out of the way. This is actually kind of exhausting, man. But what you're gonna do? United States of America. And this is where I want to make a big difference here. I think, I truly think that giant wakes should be kept behind a date. I think it's too strong. Let's do it step by step. First rule is you cannot declare war on Japan.
I don't think it should be kept behind a date, because then the Axis will just not care about world tension at all, and then
US can't send it that time.
Yeah, just do it like you know, you can't send at the shave, for example, before, then world tension matters, because then you get giant wakes by world tension instead of the attaché.
I don't know what he's talking about, but it sounds complicated and it will lead to a lot of weird shit. Let's get to that in a sec. Let me just get the basic stuff out first. Thank you, Axleen.
Pog, I now have a very nice bag for you to 11 Pog.
Cannot buy oil from Russia. Okay.
You can't. Like, the Soviets are on closed economy.
Yeah, so it's not a rule that's needed.
So it doesn't make.
Okay, fuck that. Must not revoke guarantees. Makes sense. Well, I mean, when does it ever matter? Let's just put it in. Must not revoke guarantees. Guaran?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I want to just get the basic stuff away. Well, that is the basic stuff. You have to do neutrality act. You can't suspend the prosecution. Thank you, Brad. Number 3.
Is it even possible in the mod? I'll launch up the mod to check some of
But
this
I'm actually in it too. Wait, I have it right in front of me. 2 seconds. I'm in it. I like how this says free KB. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, you have to do neutrality act anyway. That rule makes no sense. Yeah. That rule makes no sense. Cannot declare war on Japan. I think I like that. I'm looking at a scenario where Japan just never attacks.
Yeah, and just sit. No, definitely be able to declare on Japan, but like in 1942. Because the whole thing about that is we have even done metas in games where it's not allowed to declare war on Japan. Japan just builds civs and boosts Germany, like after they've killed China with everything, and then Germany's super strong.
So
Japan really does
this is where it gets deep. I'm about to write not allowed to declare war on Japan until 1st of January 1942. Makes sense. Not allowed to declare war on Japan until 1st of January 1942.
And you should add that it applies for all the allies, because if it's just under the US, some other monkey will probably try.
So I should add to every...
Just add it for all allies, or just in parentheses, you know.
That makes sense. No one is allowed to declare war on Japan. Yeah, that makes actually total sense. Japan should have the right to choose when to start this. Yeah, we're gonna copy that to everyone. I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of anything weird. No. Yeah, I think it makes sense. Make it a general rule? Yeah, just put it into general. The allies not a... Yeah, that makes total sense. Make it just general. Allied nations, allied players are not allowed to declare war. Yeah. Just put in general. Yeah, totally right. Yeah. Thanks. You need to carry me here, chat. I'm a bit monkey. There we go. Allied players are not allowed to declare war on Japan until first. Yeah, that is... That makes sense.
Yeah, allied with the color for the allies also?
Sure, yeah. Yeah. Beautiful, that makes a lot of sense. Back to you, say. So that's the first three fixed. May join okay, when can you join the allies? I think today made big sense. In the end, you only join allies to watch the game, you know?
And set up, yeah, literally.
Setting up is gonna be a different rule again. Okay.
I think you should be able to set up when you join the allies. I don't see the problem with that.
That comes down to this big question. When is Japan allowed to attack the allies? I think it
January
was wrong
41 in this mod.
I think January 1st too, yeah. I was still thinking about Director's Cut where you say so much slower. I think, yeah. May join... But then that also means the rule may join 1st of January 1941 is wrong. Because then you join the allies and you're not able to set up because Japan comes on the 1st of January.
No, they can join before. I don't really think it matters how far before they're going.
Yeah, they just don't join the war.
In a way, we have to say USA can join the allies whenever he wants, just don't lend lease yet and don't fucking join the war yet.
Yeah.
This is fine, I think, right?
May join the allies at any point. But, and now there comes the next point. Is there an arrow downwards? No.
Cannot lend these till fall of France.
But the USA is not allowed to lend lease. You want to do anything, or can you do fuel before that?
Fuel you can do. You can do.
The United States, this is where it gets fucking weird for... Again, I'm always thinking of newbie players. This is gonna get weird for them. USA is not allowed to lend lease anything other than fuel to the allies until the fall of France. That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is this getting ridiculous? Junge, hey, come on. This is 4 years of research, man, and you're like, this. Trust me, these rules have been looked into by thousands of hours, bro. We know what the fuck we're talking about. USA is not allowed to lend lease anything other than fuel to the allies until the fall of France. Yes. Yes, makes total sense. Someone chat says garrison support.
Do they mean like when you have okay, so basically
Manpower.
Yeah.
Oh, garrison support.
Makes actually sense to ban that too, huh?
No, because who would need that?
Yeah,
Who
you
would
don't
need
need
that
it
in the
in the game.
allies?
Yeah, true.
Nobody in the allies.
Okay,
No one
already
does
up.
that. Thank you, Sheeny Stroker.
Like you have 100% compliance on everything. You don't have any
Yeah.
resistance anywhere. Yeah.
It doesn't even do anything, so yeah.
Okay,
don't
let's
get the
ignore it for
manpower
now.
just get the-
Yeah. Okay, after this, one more after P then. So now, very important. So Japan can attack 1st of January, but we
Yeah.
all agree the US has to be allowed to already set up in allied territory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means the rule has to be the US is allowed to set up units inside the allies. Let's say after fall of France, doesn't really matter. They're
No,
not
it doesn't
joining the
really
war
matter.
anyway.
Yeah.
That makes sense, right?
I don't think there needs to be a rule about it. Just let him do whatever, because you know.
But it comes from Director's Cut, where it's so weird, where you can't go to Singapore and
Director's
shit.
Yeah, that's just bad. That's just bad. Literally. That's unfair, because then Japan gets such a head start that if it's a good Japan player, it doesn't matter how good the US is.
Like, Hadi, that's wrong. You're saying should be after Africa's concluded. Sometimes there isn't even Africa war. That will just...
Yeah, like
Be
it's...
wrong.
Then somebody will cheese it. Oh, there hasn't been Africa war. You
After
cannot
fall
set
of
up.
France makes sense. And again, these US units don't do anything. Even if someone declares war and US units are there, they just get overtaken. They don't do anything.
We need a rule about USA giving civs to the UK for free just by trade, which is like
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about that in a
Right.
sec. That's, well, very good
There should be a
suggestions.
general rule. I think
No.
the Axis did good today. They did not civ boost or anything. Like, I was really happy with how they didn't cheese that at least.
Yeah,
Like,
we
no
are nice.
civ boosting.
Okay, let's first step by step. USA is allowed to put divisions, or let's just say units like air and everything. Units means air, navy, and infantry. USA is allowed to put units on allied how do you write territory? Territory? No.
Territory.
Territory. US is allowed to put units on allied territory after the fall of France. That makes total sense.
I kind of feel like somebody will cheese that by not even going into France. Like,
But-
you just gotta think of all the autism here.
Yeah, that's actually, yeah, but thank you, Kaitaro.
But Germany is dead without Francisco.
Yeah, Germany without France seems so awkward, though.
Yeah, but it's been done. Trust me, it's been done plenty of games that
Then
I've
the
played.
game is over.
No, it's not, because it's a strat where you just push France and hold a line there where you barely need to invest anything. The Allies can't D-Day then, because they already got a landing, and if Germany just have tanks that are better on the land, then what are the Allies gonna do?
Oh, that's autism.
Yeah, and I've done it
But
and
you
it
have to
works.
think like that. Well, what will change that is the following. Here's my suggestion. After a certain date is reached in the game, Allied forces are allowed in France. If Germany in this scenario is like, oh, fuck France, there's a date where Allied units can now go into France and kill Germany.
But what if the Germany is so bad that he can't
Well,
break
then he
France?
deserves to die, though. If he doesn't kill
Yeah.
France and kill 42 men, well, then GG. Will we be allowed to play on the server? Everybody's allowed to play on the server. So that is gonna be a rule we have to do in a second. Oh, this is where it gets complex now.
France cannot build forts
Yeah, because all
before
the
German invasion.
Thank you, 711. Forts are allowed. You have Fort Buster. I have to pee real quick. Let me just pee real quick. 1 sec. This is actually really fun. Just quick pee, guys. Okay. This is getting far more detailed now. This is getting far more complex, but it can't be changed. Okay, I'm back.
It doesn't.
So we could go to general rules and make a rule. Allied nations are allowed to put units into France after 1st of January 42 or something to counter that meme.
Yeah, but what if you kill Russia and then you can bring back all the tanks? I'm just saying.
Yeah, if you kill Russia by that time, and France is still probing you and fucking with you a bit, that's a really weird scenario.
It's like 1 out of 1,000.
But I still like that rule. Allied forces are allowed to enter France after 1st January 42, just to make sure that it's gone, you know?
I would say 41.
41.
Yeah, 41.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, but what if some allies decide to do a 40 D-Day after France has fallen, right? We need to make sure that the rule doesn't like override that. Because if the allies go for an early D-Day before the date we set here, you know, then the Axis doesn't need a D-Day wall at all until that date.
How would I make it so that 17 doesn't get black? What the fuck? Wait, I have... watch this. Look at this, chat. This is how you fucking do this. This is years of university papers. Boom, look at that. Genius. So, thank you, Ollie. Allied forces are allowed to help a defending France with units after 1st of January 1941 to make sure that rule is... That makes sense, yeah. Okay, back to you, say. What else we got? So, it's time to talk about the big elephant in the room, the giant wakes. Danka said something about attachés or some stuff?
Yeah, attaché is how you get it early. You get it way later if you don't send an attaché, because it's the 10% war support that you just get by sending an attaché to China War.
I don't think you should be allowed to send attaché.
I don't know.
So I broke the rules today. The US may not send attachés until giant wakes. We sent an attaché to China.
I allowed it by the rules because I thought it sounded kind of stupid. Because some, like what I said earlier, then you can just world tension war and USA never gets it, for example, right?
People in chat say it should be land units in France because you're actually allowed to bring air to France, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, let's just put land units with land units so everybody fucking gets that. Okay, that's important. Land units. That makes a lot of sense actually, because well, you're not allowed to send air. It makes sense.
But without an attaché, you don't have XP, as you say, right?
You can one division tree.
Yeah, also, like, why would you need XP in this mod?
Air XP for upgrades.
I mean, you just license produce UK fighter, though.
And you produce UK fighters way cheaper because you can join allies earlier.
Yeah.
So, what is your suggestion about giant wakes? It should be based on what?
There shouldn't be a limit on the focus.
I think like maybe like mid 38s, you know.
Yeah. When did we do it today, chat? When did me and my co-op do giant wakes today?
You did it in 37.
That is ridiculous,
like,
man.
The
That
late
is
37.
insane.
6 months does matter. I think just 6 months later will actually like.
So you could debate 1st of January 38 or middle 38.
No, I think mid 38 because allies are already really strong in this. You saw we had the industrial capacity to fuck on the Axis.
What is the middle of the year? Is it 1st of June or July?
July, because it's the 7th month. Otherwise, it's the start of the 6th month. Yeah.
So this is a big one here, chat. The USA is not allowed to take the giant wakes focus until 1st of July 1938. That's a big one, and I fully agree with it. The USA was way too strong here in that game we showed before. It's not that fair. I like this. We can still
USA had the same mill count as Germany today in
Yeah, that's
39 or something.
yeah. I like that rule very much. Yeah, games are always announced on my Discord. Yeah, I think so. That's a good rule. We can still test it out and stuff like that. Okay. What else we have on news?
Fifth boosting UK, but you can put it under general, I believe.
Well, you want to make a general rule that says you're not allowed to do SIF boosting or limit it to 10. I like that. It gives a little of tactical component. What?
Yeah, limit to 10 might be good, but limit to 10 in total, so USA cannot send 10 factories to South Africa, 10 to Canada, 10 to UK.
I like that. What is your opinion, Chad? But I agree with that. Thank you, Rubo. 4th of July. I like that rule. Because otherwise you just give someone 50 SIFs and it's a bit weird.
Yeah, then you
SIF
Germany, 1940.
boosting is limited to 10 total. Very important. Total. Civilian factories. I like that. Per nation. What?
Per nation, then imagine if all the allies just give 10 civs. I mean...
Well, if South Africa and Ireland want to give 10 SIFs, go ahead.
Okay.
Free SIF boosting. Yeah. Free SIF boosting means trade is okay. Thank you, Kuta. Free, aka not for trade. So everybody fucking understands it. There you go. Good. Now we have to ask ourselves when... Well, the USA is allowed to join a war on 1st of January 1941.
Yeah.
Dankeschön.
Japan.
No, USA.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
So like, Japan can only join once. No, USA can join the war when Japan declares on the allies.
No, then Japan
doesn't
declare
declare
by not declaring.
Yeah.
They're two
But why
parallel
would you
events.
join the game to just like stay AFK?
Yeah, but we also had that today. Italy.
Yeah, it literally
never
happened
joined the
today.
war today. Literally didn't join
Like
the war
Marcel,
today.
you think too much of people, man. Like what? Just put it as 1st of January 1941. And if Japan hasn't declared by then, it's Japan's own fault for pushing the declaration date.
Okay.
I believe so. A lot of people are saying there should be no SIF boosting. 10 is too much, they say. That's something we have to figure out, test.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, who the fuck gives away 10 SIFs? Who does that? I want
I
to
mean,
know.
a lot of people. A lot of people.
In late
It's like
game, yeah.
doing in server versus server, like in like real like big competitive games where you set everything up like a week before. Then that's exactly what happens.
Okay, let's do this real quick. The USA is allowed to join a war, any war, on 1st of January 1941. By the way, chat, do you think this font is too big? I should make it smaller, so it's...
Thanks for content, Tom.
No, it's good.
I want to make it big so the P-brains are like, okay, thank you, General D and Tony.
On the other hand, SIF boosting is fine because Brazil needs like 50 factories for one research slot, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And like the SIF boosting should be fine then in that case.
Yeah, but not just Brazil though.
Yeah, not only Brazil, but other countries as well.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking that people would do what I used to do as Germany. They enslave Bulgaria and Romania into buying your resources up to like 10. Then already that's their economy. They won their buying from you.
Gank is a bad person.
I just choked.
Nah, I was a bad person. I'm a great person now. I'm the best person now.
Now, there's a problem. No, there's not. I was thinking. Let's say you have a meme game in Germany, instantly sea lions UK, and everything is going crazy. The US can't say. That's why people came up with the rule. The USA is allowed to join the war if a port in the UK is taken. That rule was made for that specific reason.
I think the port is already too much because, I don't know, like a port doesn't decide whether UK is gonna trade or not.
If you just land on the entire coastline but skip the ports, and then you take the ports afterwards, which is very possible, then you just have a standing army ready in the UK and then you camp them in 1 sec.
If you control one state.
Yeah, if a tile of the UK
Again,
core...
sounds memey. The Germany player just never takes the final thing of the state. You know?
No, if
It's crazy to think about that.
You need to control a state. You need the state VP, the main VP, and you can't cap the UK without taking VPs. So like if a province is occupied and like the main VP of the province is taken, then USA can join.
Yeah.
You agree with that, Denkus?
Sorry, I didn't listen. I was picking my nose. Yeah.
I know the feeling. The USA is allowed to join the war if... What was it, Marcel?
A province is occupied in the UK,
If
so
a
the main
full
province
province.
VP. Oh, a state. So the state VP has been taken. For example, London or like Dover, where you gain control of the state and can build in it or repair it or like.
A guy in chat has a great solution to all of this. If Great Britain is 20% towards cap, I love that.
No.
No?
I
because
really
Germany-
enjoyed
I
this
can do
rule
it.
making
Yeah,
experience
because
since I
Germany
had
is
some
tanks.
I
time.
can't
I
do
took
anything
the
for
liberty
2
to
minutes. 1 sec.
add some design improvements to Google Docs.
Thank you, Steel Envy. I will check... What? What? Jesus, man. Listen, when I'm done with the whole thing, do that again, and I will actually consider it. Good job. Let me finish the whole thing, and then we can talk about it.
We wrote one while we're writing one. Oh shit.
Did I just delete... Huh? Where is it? Huh? No.
Did you write it in Google Docs?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Open Google Docs and it will be your latest open one if you're on the document.
What the fuck?
It should get auto-saved. I'm very sure it gets auto-saved.
Just write in docs.google,
Yeah, I
log in
have
with a
it.
Gmail account. and then the
Jesus, man.
latest one.
Fuck your donation. Oh my god. It scared me the fuck out of me.
There it is.
Motherfucker. Okay, we were talking about when is the USA allowed to join the war if a sea lion happens?
When sea lion occurs, like when they land on the UK, then yeah.
But the UK should be punished. I don't know. Like you already need Gibraltar
Yeah,
to see
yeah,
the sea
you
line,
already-
and
yeah.
then it's already UK's
I mean,
fault if we get sea line. I don't
Remember,
know.
guys, there used to be a thing sometimes where they say sea lion is not allowed until the fall of Gibraltar or something.
Yeah, no. We already we want to add that Suez and Gibraltar.
No, I think or.
It should be
Why or? Why or? Because then you just
can't
take.
go for Africa and vanilla. You need
I
to
like
go for
that. That
vanilla.
actually forces allied players to really take care of Alamein and not be
And like you
lazy.
shouldn't go for Africa as Germany unless there's an incentive, which there isn't
Yeah.
at the moment.
That's-
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, Germany should get an objective to go for
Oh
Africa.
yeah, that's a very good idea. I love that. Forcing gameplay there. That's good. So, well, that will be under Germany.
Yeah.
Germany is not allowed. The Axis forces are not allowed to sea line
Yeah.
Which
until
includes
Gibraltar
Ireland.
or
Include
very
Ireland,
important
exactly.
and Ireland until Gibraltar or very important or Suez Channel has been occupied.
Yeah.
That's good.
How, those North Atlantic islands, like Faroe Islands, do they count?
That's a good question.
Faroe Islands, it's a core, so yes. Like the UK core and the Irish core.
Yeah, UK core. That's
UK and Irish core, just put it like that, because then
Yeah.
there's no misconfusion.
That would
'Cause
then
the
mean
UK
we do not even have to specify a USA rule for that.
Yeah.
Because the allies have to fix their shit without USA, end of story.
I think the US
That's
should
good.
be able to join. I'm gonna like load up my game, share my screen, and show you what I mean. Because I can't really explain.
better learn English.
Okay, I did.
Man, making rules actually is not so easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to.
You have a lot of noobs in chat now who are like, oh, you should be allowed to always sea line. Yeah, they don't know the game though. Keep playing single player, my dude, man. Keep playing single player.
It's just way too easy to see line.
Yeah, because you either take Sea Lion or Africa.
Yes. Chat, you have to
The UK has the
understand
bundle one.
that this
Can't do
game
it.
in its base, the way it was released, isn't that balanced. There's a reason there's rule sets.
Yeah. Like, for example, if the UK can be sea line day one, then the UK needs its fleet around the UK, and then he can't do anything in Africa with his fleet, for example. And that just means the actors can go and walk across Africa without a problem.
Yeah. So like, okay, I'm loading up. I will share my screen and show you what I mean when US can join. Because you know, when you occupy a state, you need to take a certain VPA point, which is the center of the state or the capital of the state.
Yes.
Then the US can join if a state is occupied by Germany or any Axis power. I'm gonna show you.
To be honest, I really like the Suez Channel Gibraltar rule, man. I really like that. That creates a lot of content. What are you showing?
I'm gonna show an example for like.
What is that loading time? Get a PC, man. Come on.
Okay.
Won the tournament.
I did.
Nearly.
I'm buying Nintendo Switch Pro controller so I can finally finish Zelda. So you see, for example, like Southwest England, it's Plymouth, the capital's VP. So if Germany takes Plymouth, then the state is occupied by Germany, and they can like build the airport, build it up and shit. So that's when the US can join. For example, if like Germany lands here and here, they don't occupy Dover. I mean Sussex. They don't occupy the state. So then US can't join. They can only join if like Dover is taken, which is the state VP.
You can also just
But-
cover up.
I don't know why we have to debate this, because that suggestion about Gibraltar and Suez is so beautiful because it creates content down there.
Yeah.
If the Axis are like, oh, I'm going to sea line, as they do a lot lately, well, show some skill, take Gibraltar and Suez first.
And Suez, or you mean?
Yeah, or yeah, I like that.
Or it should be. Or.
Yeah. That's I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that
But
comes on the Germany.
US should be able to join, because if UK caps, then the allies have no like big industry anywhere. And then the US should be able
If you
to
get
build up.
completely wrecked in Africa, man, then and you still get seen after that, maybe you deserve to die, man. If you can't do that if you can't hold that stuff until 1st of January 41, when USA is allowed to join legally, then you kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
There's a reason for the UK Navy to exist.
Yeah. Let's try that for now.
Yeah.
I mean, after Fall of France, you get all the air from USA. That should help you, man.
Yeah.
Okay, back to... Can you send me the Leonard? Wait, I have it. I deleted everything. And I need 1 sec. I deleted everything.
The what Leonard?
All good, 1 sec. Where the fuck?
We have it in our DMs.
Here, this is the basic one. Okay, back to USA. Yeah, what else about USA? What else? We didn't do the giant wakes rule. No, we did. Oh, we did. I'm an idiot. Sorry, don't listen to me. Wait, that was the mod. What else about USA? Right now.
Look through the main one and we'll see if there's anything that's new.
I'm looking at the focuses and there isn't like an obvious one, so.
Yeah, I think USA is done for now. Basic.
Yeah.
Okay,
May incident. No, that's right.
let's go for France. France. What?
We need a rule about Vichy, if Vichy is to be established or not.
That should. Would that be under Germany or where will that
Under
be?
Germany.
Okay. France, in the basic rules that we have, cannot deny Rhineland, makes total sense. Cannot deny Rhineland.
I don't think they get an option to.
Just making sure that there never is an option. Cannot deny it. Cannot. Oh, sorry, I need to do this the right way. Cannot deny. Demand die Sudetenlande. Man, you have to think about so many memes with this. What else we got? May not intervene in Spain. I mean, is that a focus? Or why is that? May not intervene in Spain.
Yes, it's a focus. You can send volunteers.
So how
But
it
we
works?
already put that no volunteers are allowed, right?
Yeah.
Except for... So it
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
So that is whatever. Cannot build new ports in mainland France.
That's a good rule.
That's very good. Let me explain this to you, chat. France knows he's gonna die, so the whole game he just builds ports so D-Day is stronger. Understood? Yeah. Cannot build ports in mainland France. Should only be allowed to build them on D-Day though?
Yeah, in D-Day, until fallen. Until he falls, you know?
Until he has fallen. That's big brain, man. Big brain shit.
Or she.
Or they, them.
Or they, them, man.
Yeah, also you cannot destroy your own industry. That makes, I mean, this is the most basic shit, right?
Oh, yeah, it's vanilla, you can destroy factories.
Yeah. Just add it as a general rule, cannot delete factories.
Yeah, that's totally true.
And it can only delete dockyards. Because dockyards, sometimes you want more bowling slots, and then, yeah.
Especially in vanilla.
Yeah.
You are not allowed to destroy your own civilian or military factories. Dockyards are allowed.
Or the enemies, for example, you land in Berlin with a paratrooper delete.
Yeah.
Well, you're not allowed to delete
they are your
any. Any would make sense here, right? Any. This is like building. It's like we're a bunch of lords and we're making decoration of.
Yeah.
We're like Thomas Jefferson and Alexander Hamilton of HOI4. You're not allowed to destroy any civilian or military factories. Your own dockyards are allowed. Otherwise, you could be like, I can destroy my enemy's dockyards. Your own dockyards. Big, man. Big lawyer shit, man.
Which are in your core territory.
Yeah, core territory makes more sense, because what does own mean?
Because like, you own it if you land in Hamburg.
Territory. Dockyards are allowed. That's beautiful. That's big lawyer shit, man, dude. We're actually doing great here. Okay, back to France. And that is what they say about France. What suggestions do you guys have about France?
Isn't allowed to intentionally get a civil war to get rid of debuffs.
Ooh. Well, there's no one arguing that, right?
Because I think in vanilla or just some mods you can get a communist civil war where they only get one state and you get rid of victors of Great War.
Well, let's not forget this is an HMM mod. Is this possible in HMM? It is, right? Isn't it?
I think it is, if you don't remove political violence or something.
How would we write that? France is not allowed to
deliberately cause a civil war.
Deliberately cause a French civil war to. Well, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Also, you can't cause civil war with spies. I don't know if it's removed in the mod.
Okay, makes sense. No deleting ships? Why not? Why won't you delete ships? And
you should delete ships as New Zealand to get manpower if you have any
go
stuff.
clump it up. Can you build up your ports? Cannot build ports in mainland France. Read that. Okay, that's France for now. Let's just keep going. I actually have to call it here soon. We are now talking about more allies. One sec. So, Brazil. Oh, God. I mean, there's... I like that. There's a thing here that says Brazil and Mexico are not allowed to join the war until the USA is in the war. In a war. I like that. Which caps them to at least 1st of January 41. Which is good, I think. Question remains, when are Brazil and Mexico allowed to join the Allies?
The same as US, so they can like place troops, I guess.
That makes sense, right? So, one sec, let me do this. Mexico and it's not Argentina. Argentina is volunteer only anyway. That shouldn't be in here. We're gonna make an Argentina specific rule. Argentina is not allowed to send volunteers until 1st of January 1941. Damn, Nisa, that was good. Mexico, Brazil. You are... Oh, sorry. You are not...
Chat, I need your help. If you don't want to get unfairly banned like I was, then spam hashtag Tommy Reed ban appeal allowed.
Yes, he will die. What? I don't even remember who you are. Here, come on. Fuck off. You donated. I'm easily bought. What? Who are you? I don't even know who you are. Thank you, Novi. You got banned? I don't know who you are. Sorry, man. I bet I'm banned some other guy. Thank you, Sump. You are not allowed to join any wars until the United States did so. Yes. And one more rule needs to be added. At what point we have to make them understand when they are allowed to join allies and move troops. That's a very big question for these nations. You are... Well, we could make this very easy. Did I mute my mates? No. You are allowed to join the allies when the USA joined the allies. Pretty much. Pretty basic, right? Thank you, Alpha. Pretty basic, right? Someone say yes?
Yeah, I'm eating. If you want to hear, I can always.
Oh, good. You are not allowed to join the allies or move troops into their territory until the United States does. Pretty basic, yeah, pretty basic. Anything else anyone thinks we're missing here for Brazil and Mexico?
No.
Pretty basic, yeah. There's nothing you can really... Oh, we need to make a general rule. No Space Marines, man.
No.
No Space Marines allowed. AK to understand. No mixing of... You can't make armor, because armored car gives you a bunch of armor, and people are, tanks. You say tanks. No mixing of tanks and infantry in a template. It is completely wrong to say armor, because you get one armor for armored cars, and people talk shit about me for that.
Now, our support line tanks allowed.
No mixing of tanks.
Tommy.
Support line tanks. What the fuck is what?
You can do support recon tank. Yeah.
Keep it on tank. M-Tracks are allowed with infantry.
Do no lag infantry or special forces mixed with armor, motorized or motorized variants.
So in this case here, if you look at stream, no mixing of tanks, motorized or motorized variants, and infantry.
Yes.
Reconnaissance is fair. Tanks, motorized.
But tanks and motorized is pretty basic division, isn't it?
No.
No, it has to say with infantry. It has to say with infantry. Like here, this is the right English. Or motorized variants with infantry. That's the right English. You can obviously mix motorized and tanks.
But shouldn't we put that rule under land warfare? Like we make a separate.
Just keep it just general.
Or we just in general.
Let's not make it too bigger.
Yes.
Okay, I'm doing the quick Argentina stuff so they understand that, the little Argentina meme here. Argentina. And then we go to the axis. This is actually hard, man. I have to actually call it here soon. We can keep doing this tomorrow. But this is fun right now.
Typo. Allies.
Typo allies.
Join the allies or more troops. Move.
You're not allowed to join the allies or more troops. Oh man, what the fuck is that brain cancer? You're not allowed to join the allies or move troops. Oh yeah, move. Thank you. Good job, man. Good job. Into the territory. Good job. I have so much help here. I love it. Okay, Argentina. Well, we kind of established their ability only. If you still don't get it, then this rule set was too hard for you. You are allowed to start sending volunteers to the allies once the United States joined a war. Establishing Argentina, you cannot send your troops anywhere until USA is involved. Anything else?
No.
No.
Yeah, that's pretty basic. That is the allies. Ireland needs Canada, South Africa needs nothing.
Tommy, did you make rule you cannot build any naval ports if you land on a tile that has no naval port?
I mean, that should...
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Honestly, like... Okay, so what he means is that, for example, as Japan, you can invade the entire east coast of India, and then you start building ports there, so you don't actually land on a port.
That should be allowed, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Because there's a timer ticking. You either push them out or they build port. That makes actually sense.
Yeah, it's like a month.
Yeah, and if you're on combat, the port doesn't even get built, so yeah.
Yeah.
I'm abandoning you, Nifidi tricks. I mean, you fucking donated. Here you go. Gentlemen, access next, I think, huh?
Yeah, also a general rule is like for the air warfare, right? So...
100 air wing.
And, for example, today I was lucky to have a good like air co-op on the UK, but Katyusha over here was switching air zones with bombers quite frequently, so to speak.
I know that's very hard to even if you make a rule there, it's very hard to prove it, right?
Yeah, but like, no, because I was watching the air zones go from them having green air, like us having red air, to us putting air there, to their air disappearing instantly into the other air zone.
How you want to fix that?
That's what also caused the desync.
Yeah, that's what
caused it. Also, it causes lag. How would we fix that? First of all, let me do the air wing rule. Air wings are limited to a maximum of 100, right?
No, minimum.
Yeah.
Minimum to limited to a minimum of 100 planes per wing. Very important. Very important. So, how we want to fix? So, I want to explain chat real quick. Strat bombers, if you understand, you have strat bombers, and what they do in multiplayer is they take the strat bomber on strat bombing order and they just click everywhere. 1 second there, 10 seconds there.
Yeah.
The air controller of the other nation can't keep up. Also, it causes lag and these things.
1 week.
It's not just because of that, because instantly when the other person clicks on the air zone, it starts bombing stuff, and then you need to move the air. So then it's already bombed stuff once you get your own air there. Even though you're the quickest person in the entire world, it will instantly bomb something.
It should be 1 week. Like, that you need to bomb a region for a minimum of 1 week. Or even 2 weeks maybe. But 2 weeks will just kill your air force, I think.
Yeah.
1 week?
You cannot switch, for example, for 2 weeks. So you can still pull it down, but you cannot switch air zone.
But the rule will be only regarding bombers. Cats and planes, you can do that shit as much as you want.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, that doesn't make any difference.
So, well, strat bombers are banned, so I would say tactical bombers, right?
Or just bombers. Yeah.
Okay, bombers. No, once bombers are strat bombing an area, they are not allowed to switch the air zone for another 7 days.
I think 14, because the thing is, it doesn't need to be exact, but with 7 days, it's still like, imagine your air co-op on the UK or something goes AFK, and then you're alone doing that shit, you know, like, it can be really annoying to deal with that and all the industry and everything you have to do on the UK.
This is the first rule where I feel like this would be broken a lot. I counted, he didn't do 14 days, no I did!
No.
But the thing is, Leonard was the AC Corp, I think, of UK.
Yeah.
He just wrote me that he lost 650 bombers, like, in some days, in 4 days. I don't know, like, the air losses in vanilla are really, really high, so I think 7 days should be fine.
Yeah. I think also you on Hungary, I don't know what happened, but for a while there, for like 2 weeks straight, when you were bombing the central, like, London area.
Oh, yeah.
No, London. You.
I bombed London,
I'm proud to be present at the meeting of the HOI4 founding fathers.
Yeah.
Okay, so once bombers are strat bombing an area, they are not allowed to be pulled off this area for 7 days until first bombing.
Yeah, area, not arena.
Okay, good. Dude, this is fucking hard to build this, but come on, man, let's do it. Okay, let's do access, and then I have to actually call it, boys. Let's do access, and then we come back tomorrow. Let's do the access. We are starting with Germany. It's gonna be a big one.
Yeah.
I didn't play Germany in years. I don't even know what comes here now. So let me take a look at the basic thing now. What did he write? You have to use Danziger War to begin World War II. I love that.
Yeah, and you have to use Barb Focus to start Barb, right? Because that was what didn't happen today. They wanted to declare
That's very good. Yeah, that's good. I like that.
And it's time locked behind a focus. So.
That's beautiful. That's very genius. Very totally just save that. Must use Danzig or War to trigger World War II. I like that's great. Yeah, there's no discussion there. And must use, is it called Operation Barbarossa or whatever?
Barbarossa, just Barbarossa.
Let me just check real quick.
The focus is
Unternehmen Barbarossa.
Ah, just put Barbarossa.
Noobs.
Ah, okay.
Nein, let's make it clear. Unternehmen Barbarossa. To start the war with Russia. I love that. That rule alone will have fixed today's game that you saw on stream. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, Crusader and Green Gaming. What are rules?
What are
Who knows? Are you not Irish? Must do Molotov Ribbentrop before the Danziger War. Makes total sense, right?
Now nice and keep up the good content.
Must do Molotov Ribbentrop Pact before doing
Ribbentrop.
Alhamdulillah. Ribbentrop.
No.
Ribbentrop.
Rib.
Wait.
Ribs.
Wait. Molotov Ribbentrop.
Ja.
Digga, was? Oh. Ribbentrop. I like this rule set. Dude, I don't know if I'm just being naive here, but I think this rule set is gonna bring great HOI4 games back.
Yeah.
I'm very excited, chat. I love this. Okay, what else we have? Must give Eastern Poland to Russia. Yeah, totally. Yep. Must give East... Someone said,
yeah, Germany should capitulate Poland before France, so he doesn't grind in Poland.
It doesn't really matter because it's pre-grinded.
No, you can still grind.
Yeah, but, okay, let's just put it like this. Cannot declare war on France until Poland is capped.
Yeah, cannot cap France before Poland. Yeah.
No, not declare, because then he just sits outside Paris, you know.
Alright.
What?
You cannot declare on France until Poland is capped.
You are not allowed to declare war on France until Poland has been capped.
Yeah.
But what?
That makes a lot of sense, because otherwise, chat, they just attack Poland forever and make their generals level 5,000. Denkes knows a lot about that.
No, you mean you cannot attack. He will be already at war with France because
No,
he's in
France
the
doesn't
allies.
have to join.
No.
Poland and
Yeah,
blue.
exactly.
Poland's not a player. Only players have colors. Okay, what else? Poland, Belgium, Holland must fall before France.
Cannot put his navy into the Mediterranean before the war.
I think the Poland, Belgium, Holland thingy is like fine, but that makes it so you can't go through the Maginot.
Yeah, you should be allowed. I don't like that rule. You should be allowed to probe the Maginot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You should be allowed to do that.
But must declare on them before going through the Maginot. I think it's another thing, because otherwise you can just...
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, you're totally right. That's beautiful. You're totally right. Russia doesn't have a color? Russia don't have color. What? Russia's red. Are you colorblind? You should see an optician. Must declare war on the Netherlands.
He means by Unternehmen Barbarossa rule that Russia is not colored there.
Oh, there you go. Maybe I need to see an optician, huh?
Yeah.
Must declare war on Netherlands, Belgium, and Luxembourg before declaring war on France. Is that the one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Declaring war on France. That's a very important rule. That's very clever. That's a very, very good one. Good. Oh man, Germany has a lot of shit going on. So what else we got here? Can only invite Italy, Romania, Bulgaria, Hungary, and Spain. Japan is wrong. You only
just ignore that. Just just say historical Axis nations, but not Japan, because Japan was a part of the Axis, but just in the Ruleset Axis.
I mean, we already got the Axis, I think.
Yeah, we already got the Axis rules.
Yeah, we already got them sorted.
Yeah. And here comes the very, very big rule. You are not allowed to take any province, this is big now, in the United Kingdom or Ireland until the Axis have occupied Gibraltar or the Suez Channel for at least once. Any core province of the United Kingdom or Ireland.
Yeah, I think you need to emphasize "or" so people understand.
This is a big, big one. So, like this. That's a big one, man. Dude, I know chat, a lot of you guys are new to this and don't know what's happening here. That rule alone is gonna create so much better games. You're not allowed to take any core tile of the United Kingdom or Ireland until the Axis have occupied Gibraltar or the Suez Channel for at least once. Suez Channel is wrong?
Should be UK
Canal.
Ireland.
Question? I have actually a question. The Suez Channel is actually 2 tiles. Right? No, let's just say the city of Suez, or, you know, if you look at the game.
What's yeah.
Cairo would be good.
Yeah, Cairo, that controls the state. I think, okay, you need to control both sides of the channel and Cairo.
That's big. That's big. Because if that's a yes or no, it's going to be huge. Because what he's saying is, chat, should he need this side too? Because this side has a river and it's going to be defended by a lot of allies.
Yeah, but it's easier to break. Germany has trade in this mod. Yeah, like 2 tanks can break 2 tanks across the river in this mod.
But that's a big one. That's a big balance question for Germany here. Thank you, Bean.
I think you need both.
Both, yeah.
No, actually, don't make it both, because then the allies will just sit behind the river.
Yeah, dude, you have to think about so much shit here.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Just the state Cairo, I think.
Yeah.
The state of Cairo.
Yeah.
Because that means they already broke through El Alamein.
Yeah, and everything. Yeah.
And
the state of Cairo, yeah. Don't worry, chat. No allies is gonna hold like this down here. That's not gonna happen.
I mean, if you hold down there, you're just giving the game away because Germany doesn't lose any tanks. Africa.
Yeah. Like, the whole point of Africa also is, but when Germany goes for Africa, you want to kill as much as possible for Russia to have less of a threat.
That's to attrition.
Yeah.
Not even to
I think today, if they went for Africa today, we would have held it.
Yes.
But there was no incentive to go for it.
Yeah,
but still, we would have held it, yeah.
Historically speaking, they had nothing to do with Sea Lion. Du fucking... Alter, bist du behindert? Alter. Historically speaking, meine Fresse. Alhamdulillah, Junge.
Germany made it to Moscow nearly. Wow.
Well, historically speaking, Germany shouldn't ever take Moscow, so you're
historically
just not allowed to
speaking,
take
we're
it.
playing a video game. What is it? State of Cairo, Port Said, Suez. What are we gonna do here? That's big.
I think just state of Cairo is fine, because then you've already broken through El Alamein and taken everything behind that river
Now, final
line.
question: the city of Cairo or the whole state of Cairo? I like this. I just wanna, I wanna do state of Cairo, but if you do city of Cairo, it brings this epic battle of Cairo, which is behind the river. Oh, let's hold it.
Yeah.
But the state does the same. It's actually
Yeah.
It's a state of Cairo.
Yeah.
Or the state of Cairo.
If you take, like, the whole state is controlled by Cairo VP, so Doesn't matter if you say city or state.
I like that. There's all these monkeys in chat that are laughing about these rules. You don't know anything about HOI4, man. You're just here to talk shit, man. Okay. Dude, I have to actually call it, man. Let's finish Germany and then I have to actually go. So,
does for at least once mean that Germany can just, like, I mean, the Allies can retake Gibraltar, but Germany is still allowed to go for sea line?
yes, they deserve that right, I think. They did it once.
Yeah.
I think that. And if anyone argues here, what if they invaded? Well, then defend it. You know, if you get
like,
invaded in Alexandria...
If you paradrop the city state, like the VP Cairo, and they have nothing on it because it's like 42 and everybody is like, we've pushed everybody out of Africa, we're almost in Italy, and they just paradrop one unit on it.
But you would need 75% SHPR.
Yeah, if the allies that paradrops happen in the whole city of Cairo, man, you kind of fucked up.
Just put one unit on it and we'll never get
Yeah.
I agree with Putzada. Stop. Jesus. Chat. I have to ignore you. Some of you guys just really don't know anything. It's okay, though. I don't blame you. Okay, let's finish Germany. So that is the basic rules of Germany. What else for Germany, boys? What else you got?
Heavy tanks on parts.
Yeah. Actually, like a very important one is that no heavy tanks are on ports.
For the purpose of holding.
True.
Like you can put them if you wanna like move them through
Very
the sea,
true.
but
Yeah. Chat is gonna complain about that, but it's just the noobs.
Yeah, but they haven't D-Dayed once, so
Yeah, they don't know shit. No heavy tank division is allowed to hold a port tile.
for the purpose of defending against naval invasions.
Otherwise, naval invasions become mere impossible. So I'm putting that here so all the noobs understand it. You camp them next to it. Make that a general rule. Oh, it has to be a general rule.
Yeah,
Totally
because
right,
then the US would just put heavy tanks on Philippines.
You're totally right, yeah. I can't actually wait to play on this rule set. I am actually so excited. Tomorrow, guys, we have a date. Novak Division is allowed to hold a port tile. Okay, anything else for Germany? I'm really late here, guys. Anything else for Germany?
Must declare on Russia by a certain date.
Yeah. No, actually,
No, you can't.
Oh yeah, Russia can declare on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have a focus 0 days.
Yeah, Russia can declare on Germany in January 1942, or if the Axis has sea line, for example.
No.
I think that's fair. Because if the Axis has the UK
Let's talk about
economy
that when
built
Russia
up,
comes. Let's talk about that when Russia happens. But Germany-wise,
yeah.
Switzerland's neutral nation. You can't attack that.
Maybe
Cannot put tanks in Libya before they join the war. That is wrong, because if German tanks go through the Central Med and Italy is in the war, the UK Navy, if the UK knows what he's doing, is going to kill these tanks. That is, the UK has to show skill there.
But the thing is,
Take your pick.
that Germany can't put divisions in Africa before. I mean, overall, Axis cannot put divisions in Africa until Italy has joined. Because otherwise you can pre-place tanks in Africa and UK has no chance of converting them while they go to Africa.
Converting division templates.
They're converting. So to explain to chat, Germany is clever. He puts 3 10-widths in North Africa, like in fucking 1938 or some shit. Now the war started, France is dead. He now takes these 3 divisions in North Africa and switches them to tanks. That means he now has tanks in Africa that never ever had to switch from Sicily into Africa.
Yeah.
I think that is a good rule. It makes it hard. It's hard for the Axis to make the Central Med green and shit. But it's
You don't need Green Navy to go across the sea. You just need to go across the sea. I mean, it's hard to not get converted, but
That's
that's the whole
fine. He
thing
gets shit
about-
experience as punishment, though.
No, he doesn't. No, there is no punishment. If you do 40 woods and you convert them in Africa, there is no punishment by experience at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the experience on units is just based on the manpower. I did a video on it.
Someone is
Go watch
suggesting no template switches outside of core territory. Nah, that's bad. If the like the USA goes to UK and puts shit there.
Yeah, definitely not.
Refresh the stream,
Russia
monkeys.
for Bob or Germany, I don't know.
Yeah, refresh the stream.
So, Germany is not allowed to put any divisions on Italian African territory until Italy joined the war. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Is that making sense?
I mean, I think it should be a general Axis rule. Axis is not allowed to put any divisions on Italian African territory. Yeah.
Okay. I put the little general.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the thing is, another strat that we did to bypass that rule was that we gave all the tanks to Spain, and Spain did African.
There you go. You see,
Yeah.
chat, man, you have to think about so much shit. All you guys, man. We have 5,000 hours each, man. We understand this shit. The Axis are not allowed to put any divisions into Italian African territory until Italy has joined the war. That is correct in law.
Yes.
That's beautiful, man. We're doing a great job here. Okay. Except Italy. The Axis, yeah, obviously. Except Italy, of course. Let's put it there so everybody fucking gets that. Dude, this is so much fun how all these brains come together, and we're actually doing a great job here.
All these brains.
How about a rule which prevents changing templates near the front line or in combat? Because there might be people who nearly get the heavy tanks in circuit, but out of sudden
except sorry. I don't man, here. Oh, there we go. Also, just basic rules. Wait, the division one. Do not delete encircled units, right?
No, don't convert, delete units that are in combat or 1 tile away from combat, for example, right?
Okay, wait, watch this. This is my final one that I have to really go. Do not convert or delete the visions
that are about to be
in combat.
Or encircled, or... Yeah.
Here's something interesting that often happens to me. I know I'm gonna get naval weight in a second, and I know I'm gonna die. I know it's gonna happen. So I now delete my units there. The naval invasion has never been seen yet. It never started yet. I just know it's coming. What about that, you know?
No, because you're not in combat.
I'm allowed to do that, yeah? Yeah.
I mean, if you're... Okay.
If it's on an island, like let's say you're holding the Philippines as USA, then Japan has no way of combo rating those units while trying, like, let's say the Americans want to go to...
Okay, how do we put that in a rule, though?
Not allowed to delete divisions or
convert
outside of core territory.
But if it's in core territory, that happens.
Yeah.
On islands,
you cannot. I want to make an example. A great example I have. Alamein has just been broken. The Allied forces are retreating. I'm South Africa. I'm running away from the front line. I'm going like to the Utopian mountains. I'm 5 tiles away from the Germans. I now feel like the Germans are going to beat me. They're faster. They have green air. I will now delete my South African tank. Allowed or not? I'm 5 tiles away. I'm running. That should be allowed.
Mean,
right?
I think because if they would have wanted to kill you, they could have encircled you in Alamein. If you were careful enough to get all the way down there, you kind of deserve it.
Yeah.
Put it in the same state of enemy controlled. Ugh, man.
But if it's
that's a hard rule. Yeah. How do we do this?
Yeah. Just be human and play the game.
That's like making a lord. Do not kill. They're not gonna listen. They're not gonna listen.
Yeah. It's legit like.
Can't bring that back tomorrow. I have to really stop here. Final rule. You have to fix that. Do not convert or delete divisions that aren't combat, first of all. Or encircled. So that's basic stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty normal. But how about...
Divisions and island. I think we need to make it like a separate rule for that. We can do that tomorrow though.
Yeah. Let's keep it like that for now.
Yeah.
That's a big one. Yeah, hey, good job, everybody. Thank you for being part of this. That was really productive, man. Look how HOI4 community can actually be productive. Isn't that crazy? So how do I save this?
I think it saved automatically for you, didn't it?
Also, if I make this public now, no one can edit this, right?
Yeah.
How do I make people possible editors?
I think we can request. Yeah, you can either share the rights or we can request to edit, but I don't know. Yeah.
Okay,
If someone
everybody.
requests, you can accept it as Gmail.
If anyone's interested, I'm putting this right now into the Discord server. Trusted. Oh, this is trusted though. I'm also putting it to MP Ruleset so everybody sees it.
Yeah, I need.
And now everybody can read it. Okay, we're still gonna work on this. Hey, good job. That was great. That was really productive, man.
Yeah.
That was really good. See you tomorrow.